Hi guys, welcome to another Great New Horizons weekly update video. This should be episode number 28 or 27, not sure, or 29. 27 it is not, so it should be 28. But anyways, yeah, I'm recording this video again because microphone decided to fuck up again. So this will probably might be a bit of a longer one. So yeah, it's unfortunate that I keep to having to re-record the episodes and kind of lose footage because of it. It's kind of annoying. Um, so but let's get started. So let's start with this area. This is our new yacht tank area that I've been postponing um, for a long time right now. So yeah, we got it kind of done. Of course, I still need to do the windows and the ceiling, and probably readjust some things here because it's very samey, I guess. I just have this walkway, and basically the tanks are floating. We'll be having tanks above and below us. We can maybe we should be able to fit one tank, but I think I might expand this to fit two tanks below, but at least one tank will be able to support. So yeah, look forward to that. In here we have five, as you guys can see. We have oxygen. We have some hydrogen, which we are no longer running low on. Finally, we finally fixed this issue once and for all. I upgraded our space pumps, our not the space pumps, the gas pumps from the space station, from EV to IV, and I doubled them, so we are basically producing like 4 times or 8 times more than we were before. And this is enough to keep up, and we no longer have to move the dimethyl benzene tanks to there to make sure we have a steady flow of hydrogen coming in, so that's no longer required, which is pretty nice. Then we have some chlorine, we no longer have that tank. Some helium. This is very useful because of the plasma stuff I'll show you guys in a bit. And also sulfuric acid. And the reason why I have so much sulfuric acid, it's mainly because of the enriched aqua that I showed you guys last time, and also the Nequadria. It was using like a lot of sulfuric acid, so I just decided to do the pump. One of the planets, I think it's Io, has sulfuric acid as one of the pumpable fluids. So I decided to do that. And at the same time, we basically ran out of sulfur. Yeah, we ran out of sulfur. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I set up the pump. And yeah, so besides that, not much have changed here. I added this distillation tower. This is for the diluted sulfuric acid. Very useful as well. We basically were voiding the diluted sulfuric acid before, basically, but now we are processing it back into sulfuric acid. And yeah. So besides that, no changes in there. Which will probably be the case for the near future, but I don't really do. I mean, the machines have been running, at least the Bestness line has been running. I haven't really turned this off, so it should be running. And it seems like the monazite line is running as well. I actually didn't know. I guess I can stop this. This should have this usually has a big backlog of items because this LCR is very slow. And there is one machine down there which is also slow. But yeah, that's not important right now. So let's move on into our Naquada building. So again, basically, last time I expanded the, or in this case I built the enriched Naquada um, line. So now I have the Naquadria line. So yeah, this is the first step. Basically, this is where the ores come from. And then it goes to here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it goes to here. It gets some indium phosphate. Actually, from the centrifuge. This indium phosphate we are taking care of in this LCR. This other stuff, yeah, this is where we do this recipe. This also comes from the centrifuges there. And basically, this is what goes into the neutron activator. This gets us this stuff, which we can recycle. This also comes from the enriched Naquela line. And the Naquadri sulfate, which we just electrolyze to get an Naquadri dust. This is probably not the most efficient recipe. This should be the one which is more efficient, but I prefer to have the dust instead of converting everything to ingots. So yeah, but this is probably not a good idea to do this way. This should be better. But I'm just doing it this way. This is the way I prefer. I prefer to have all of the dusts. But yeah. And yeah, finally for the recycling step, we get this stuff and some P507, and this is just a distillery recipe. The P507 goes back into this LCR. We got some diluted sulfuric acid and also a bit more Naquadri enriched. And if you guys remember, this is the one which goes into the neutron activator. So we get a little bit of the Naquadri enriched back. That way, and we can keep producing it for a bit longer. So yeah, those are the changes for the Naquada line. Now, for the fusion reactors, as you guys can see, I think I had another helium plasma reactor, which I think we ran out of helium free. I guess I'll need to fill up on that. I should have a full tank on the other side, so I just need to swap them. I haven't really started on and I haven't really crafted the ender tanks for this. Since they are a bit annoying to craft, and I still need to do the Tomcraft automations with the E and the nodes. I've been a little bit too lazy on Tomcraft, but eventually I'll be working on that. That's something that I really want to explore a little bit more. It has been like 7 years since I last played with that, so yeah, I'm a bit curious about that. So I really want to do that. But yeah, besides our fusion reactors, yeah, I have two Mark IIs reactors, and I really want to upgrade this, but I think this needs more indium, and I basically just need to up the limit of indium we are crafting. But yeah, besides that, you guys can also see some beast stuff has been happening, and these are all semi-automated. The way I've been doing bees, yeah, I've been using a little bit of sheets to do the bees, as you guys might know. The way I basically use the sheets most of the time is just mainly to dupe the princesses, because otherwise, um, not really dupe. That's not the right word. It's basically to give myself the princesses so we can keep breeding. Because otherwise, every time I need to get a new species, I need to basically pass on the species into the other bee, into a new bee, into a new princess, and that takes a long time. So I've been using that I've been using sheets for that, and also to skip some of the more annoying biome restrictions and mutation restrictions. For example, the nether bees, I didn't really care to go to the nether to get them. Um, but yeah, I will show you guys my loot for now. So of course we have the Imperial and the Industrious working. Also have some tin, copper, iron, nickel, aluminium. then redstone, titanium, lapis, and certus. That's basically where I'm at right now, and yeah, this is semi-automated. Basically, yeah, this is very simple. This is just on self-feed, so it takes out the princes and the drones and put them back in. And the comms, basically, I've been just moving them manually because we don't really have this automated. So yeah, I've just been storing some of the comms here. As you guys can see, this is a mess. Um, but I plan to move uh, this into alvearies and then into the mega apiary. I don't think we can craft the mega apiary yet, but that's something I really want to move to because it's a very considerable boost to our bees. So yeah. Also, the comp processing, I'm still not sure where I'm going to place it. I've been thinking of just expanding this room or do something on this side. This area here was in the beginning was planned to do to be just an elevator to the surface. This goes straight into the valley, I think, behind our mountain. Yeah, so that was the main plan, but I'm still not sure if we are going to go that route or not. Because I don't really want to place this stuff inside of our ore processing area. Right now we have that LCR with the things for the bauxite and aluminium, but that's about it. And I don't think I really want to pollute that room anymore with that kind of stuff. So we'll probably will have a dedicated room just for the B stuff. And also, since we'll be using mega chemical reactors for most of this stuff, it will also probably be a good idea to just have a big room dedicated for that, instead of trying to cram this stuff into a already existing room. But okay, moving on from the bees. Basically, I forgot to mention the goal with the bees, but yeah, I'll be working towards here the uranium bee, the plutonium bee. I think the Nakoda bee is also required, but I'm not sure. But mainly what I want is the lutetium bee, because we need the lutetium. Let me just show you guys. Yeah, we need the lutetium to get well, lutetium, because this is required for where is it? It's this one, I think. No, it's the plasma. Oh, not really sure what it is, but it's to make a Mericium. I was right. It's to make a Mericium. I'm not sure. They changed the order of the tabs, and although I like the new order, I'm still not um, fully accustomed to that. So yeah. But basically, we need the lutetium to get a Mericium, and basically the only other good option to get the lutetium is through the Evian Aqua distillation. But this process is a little bit annoying, and I'd rather just go for the bees, because by going for the bees I can get many other materials from here that will help us later on, including the Americium. And also it also gives us yeah, more materials, and more materials are always nice. So yeah, bees are the way to go on this, I feel like, at least, because this is like one step, two steps, three steps, and this can go from any one of these ones, I guess. But let's go for the Aqua solution. So I didn't even remember, 4 steps, I guess, 5 steps, 6 steps. So I need at least 6 steps to make this work. And to be honest, uh, I would. I mean, I'll have to do that later on because I'll be using Nakuda fuel, most probably, because I think it was buffed this patch actually, and I've also done it last time, and it was kind of cool It was a little bit too many steps for my liking, but it was pretty nice, so I'm probably going to do it again. But yeah, moving on, I think we can take that and move into the power. Well, for the power, a few a few changes have been done, as you guys can see. Um, so I mean, let's start chronologically, I guess. First, I started to add these turbines. In the end of the last episode, I crafted I got the two helium plasma fusion reactors. So I basically just dumped the helium plasma into these turbines, and they were pretty good actually. They produced a good amount, like about 350, 350k each. That was pretty nice. But yeah, we needed more, and we also can be more efficient. So what I've done is just have this extremity exchanger, which by the way will probably be moving this soon because this needs to have its own room because we'll be having much more EHEs. Um, so yeah, this at this point it won't really fit into this room. This room, I should probably just clean this up. I'm probably going to do that after I remove the last three gas turbines because we'll not be using nitro benzene anymore. I think that there are other ways to produce more power, and yeah, if we bump the turbines, we'll probably need a lot more nitrobenzene. And basically, I'll just have to scale this setup, which, to be honest, I don't really want to do. So that's the reason why we're probably going to just delete the nitrobenzene. Mm, yeah. But yeah, I was saying the way this works. Basically, we input helium plasma. We have this rate limited to 500, but this is basically the maximum we can input with helium plasma, so it doesn't even matter. This is the maximum we can input. The other plasmas have different values, as you guys can see. But for helium plasma, this is the max, and this basically produces dense supercritical steam. And basically from here it goes into a supercritical steam turbine in loose mode. This produces around 2 million EU per tick. This in well produces the other steam, this one, the superheated steam, and this turbine also produces 2 million. And I'm not really sure why it has problems. I don't know why. I think this is a bug because maintenance should be disabled in this in our mod pack, so we should have no maintenance. I'm not really sure why it's telling me that it has maintenance problems when it shouldn't really have any maintenance problems. So this is a little bit annoying because in actuality we are losing power for no reason. But I think most of the people are playing with maintenance on, so probably they didn't really catch on this bug. If it's actually a bug, I'm not really even sure. But yeah, this takes the super dense superheated steam and just produces dense steam, which goes into this normal basic. I mean, it's still a XL, but it's basic steam turbine, and this one just produces a million. So it goes 2 million plus 2 million plus a million, and just from that EHE, we produce 5 million, which is pretty good. But since we are using helium plasma and we just have 3 regular fusion reactors Mark 1s, basically we are not really producing enough to keep up with these turbines. So we could be producing a lot more, but yeah, we don't really have enough, we are not producing enough plasma uh, to run this at full blast. But for now, the power that we are generating is pretty good, so I'm not really too worried about that. I just hope I don't regret my words like I've done a few episodes ago. But yeah, let's keep on moving. Another thing that I don't know if I mentioned, but I doubled the calls, and I also upgraded the energy edges to ZPM. Same with the water line, which is now running. Also, I think I can show you guys now. I if you guys saw the episode 20, if you guys saw the episode number 26, I think I put in the video that I had a new solution for this, which is way better. It's actually way better. This is kind of stopped, but I guess that's expected. But yeah, the reason why I changed the way this works is because sometimes this was inserting when it shouldn't be inserting. It wasn't really starting properly, so I just decided, okay, let's just go for the Open Computers route. Open Computers is actually working pretty well. I just took a little bit of time with this setup because I had to understand how Open Computers actually works. But the coding part was kinda easy. This is also the tier 3, so it shouldn't really be that difficult. I will show you guys just a little bit how this works. I'm not going to go in too in depth. But yeah, basically this checks every 20 seconds if the machine is on or not, and if it is required to input the correct values or not. But I'll just stop this, show you guys. Um, so yeah, the most important part really, it's yeah, basically here we check for current um, the current success chance, and here we check if we can actually do the insertion or not. So for this to insert, this will just insert once per cycle. Before we were inserting like 100,000 sometimes within the cycle to get the correct amount. But yeah, right now we just basically check if the machine is active or not, if the success chance is 10 because this is the starting value, if the amount in the edge is 0, which this edge is this is the edge inside of the machine, and if the amount in the tank, which we have here, this is the tank, it's more than this amount, which is the amount we will be transferring. So if all of this is met, basically what we do is just basically transfer the fluid, and it will just do this once per cycle, um, because uh, when we insert the correct amount, um, this will basically be false, right? Because we have the success chance. This will be 100 when it actually inserts correctly. So this will not run, and basically this way we guarantee that it only really runs once. So, oh, and also another thing that I did is basically to turn this off. This will be turned off if we ran out of this stuff, because that was one of the issues I was having as well. I cannot really make sure to keep up. Yeah, I cannot really keep up with the production of this stuff. So it some of the cycles were running like at 20 or 30% when this ran out. So this way we can make sure that the machine only runs if we have enough in the tank. Which yeah, basically as you guys can see, it transferred and the current chance is 100, and then again we check that yeah, it's already the success chance is false, so yeah, it will not transfer. So this way we make sure that we can insert the correct amount. Also, another thing that I noticed, I've seen a few waterline videos, And I think most of the people are not really understanding that they only need 900,000 liters and not 1 million liters. And that's because it starts at 10% and each 100,000 adds 10%. So yeah, we actually just need 900,000 to get to 100% and not really a million. So that's something also to consider. Um, so yeah, that's just a quick waterline tip. And yeah, also I did the Open Computers way, mostly because for the tier 5, which will be probably be doing soon, I guess, if I had to say. Um, I plan to automate that using Open Computers because it's a little bit more tricky and not really in the mood to have to do the redstone. Especially that one is seems like it's a little bit more complex than these two. Um, so yeah, that's what will probably happen. But yeah, let's keep on moving. I guess I wasted too much time with that, but I wanted to explain how I've done that automation, I guess. But yeah, so. In here, not really much things change. I guess the compressor is gone. I'll show you guys that in the second. I upgraded some of the coils of some of the machines, as you guys might have noticed, but that's not really that important. I doubled the assembly line. I'm not really sure if this was here before. I don't think so, but yeah, now the assembly line is doubled. Um, let's see. Don't think I did any more changes here. Now up here, I remember I have done something, but I don't really recall. Oh, okay, it's this thingy here. This is basically just to passive the neutronium. This should have been a quad, but I was a little bit too lazy and didn't really want to waste more. Not really waste, but use more power. Since I actually did this before I upgraded to the new turbines. So we were using a lot of power back then. Right now I could just quad this, but at the same time we'll be moving the plot line eventually. So after that we'll be having a lot of room to just spam this stuff. But yeah, and I haven't really used Neutronium that much, but since it has been here, which is... I mean, I set this up on Saturday, I think, and it's now Monday. It has been here for more than 48 hours, like around almost 60 hours, I guess, and it's made 2700, which is not bad at all. And yeah, we'll be using loads, but loads of this stuff, so it's pretty nice to start building this stuff right now, because I remember last time I had to wait hours for to get this stuff going, because I was basically doing this almost on demand like a dumbass. But yeah, we now have the proper stuff set up, even if it's not like 4 quads, or I don't know how many people usually do. But yeah, that should have been a quad. And I actually, to be fair, I crafted. Oh, I didn't craft actually. I thought I crafted 4, but I guess I didn't. But yeah. So let's go downstairs. As you guys can see, lasers are now zooming in our base, which is pretty nice. This will be upgraded eventually to a LUV1. I actually started crafting some of the stuff, but I guess I just forgot to actually finish this. And we have a new floor, as you guys can see, a new floor here in our yeah, underground area. And yeah, you guys might know what this is. This is a mega distillation tower. This is making us the distilled water, and this is used, of course, in our extreme heat exchanger that I forgot to mention, but this uses distilled water and uses a lot of distilled water, so I just decided to go for the mega. Unlike last time, I don't really want to skip on the megas. They look ugly as fuck, but yeah, they will have to do. They'll be always probably underground, so that they don't really well, I forgot the word, but yeah, they are ugly. And the same for the vacuum freezers, as you guys know, I have one there and one down there as well. But yeah, they'll be kept underground. For the lasers, I guess our laser setup mostly is just this chain here, and then it goes to our water line, and then to our circuit assembling line. So that's mostly how it works. I also have this random PA here. This has been here for some time, I guess, and it's where we assemble our circuits. And yeah, talking about the PA, another thing that I need to mention is that, as you guys might have noticed by the turbines, I just upgraded to the stable version a few days ago. Nothing really much changed in regarding to that because I was already running with the beta number 4. Um, but yeah, not much to say on that front. One thing that I've added though, and it's probably a big deal, it's the Twist Space Technologies mod, which is basically a crazy mod from the Chinese community, I guess. So we are going full communist here on this server. Um, but in all seriousness, I'm not really sure if I'll be using the mod even. But I just wanted to try it out, see how it goes. Because one of my main issues with GregTech, with GTNH in particular, is that there are some processes that are very slow, and we need a lot of. Um, and basically, the only way the game allow us to speed this up is basically to just build more of something. And as like I've said many times in the past, I don't really like that. I don't really like to have to build 300 of the same machine to be able to craft something in manually time. I find that a little bit not good game design. And the twist machines allow us basically to have basically most of them are ridiculous overpowered. I mean, yeah, they are overpowered, but at the same time they are also very difficult to get. Some of them. So, for example, I'll just show you guys in a bit, very quickly. One of the ones that I liked the most was the molecular assembler in the centrifuge. This one, the molecular deconstructor. And yeah, this is kind of expensive. It's not that expensive, but yeah, it's basically this. Uh, Most of the times, the most expensive thing with these multi-blocks are actually the coils and the stuff we will actually have to use to build them. But yeah, as you guys can see, this has um, plus 16 parallel per segment, and when we have 16, it enables perfect overclocks. It has the recipe time reduction per voltage tier, um, and also this can actually go indefinitely. So if I just start expanding this, as you guys can see, the amount of stuff keeps going up and it keeps getting huger and huger. So yeah, the stuff with this mod can go very crazy. I'm not really sure even if this will actually form or not. I haven't really tried it, but it would be crazy if it did. So yeah, as you guys can see, we get 24 parallel per segment, so that would be a lot of parallel. And also at 16 we get perfect overclock, which is even more ridiculous. So as you guys can see, yeah, this is very crazy stuff here. And yeah, the main thing for me about this is that most of the electrolyzer recipes, or at least some of them, are very slow. Or at least the GT++ electrolyzers and centrifuges, they do the job, but if at least the last run, I was getting to the point where they were not even close to being fast enough for stuff like Naquada and war processing. But to be fair, I also only had one or two of them at the same time working, so that was kind of part of the problem. But yeah, like I've said previously, I don't really like to have to spam machines for them to be done in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, this mod will really help with that. And yeah, it has a lot of other cool stuff. Like I think this one is also cool, the distillation tower. Again, this is actually not too big. I thought this was bigger, but yeah, it's pretty crazy stuff. Let's see this one. Well, I'm not going to read that, but believe me, this is pretty crazy stuff. But like I've said previously, I'm not really sure if I'll end up using that or not. I'm still a little bit indecisive about that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, I might do it. I might do it because when we get to that stage in the game where everything takes a long time, we need a bajillion items of something. I'll probably just end up going that route instead of just having to spam more machines or having to wait hours and hours for stuff to craft. But yeah, my rant ends here. Has been a very long episode, in part because of the re-recording and the static sound. I just hope there's no static sound on this episode, otherwise I'm going to. That's not good. Um, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to join the server, the whitelist is still open, but I don't really encourage that anymore. If you guys want to join, well, be sure. But at this point, I don't think it's a good idea. I just haven't really updated the website yet. I don't really know why I haven't updated the website, but I probably should work on that in the next few days. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this quick video, and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye. Hey guys, yeah, I forgot to to show you guys the compressor, so I'll just do that real quickly. Um, so yeah, basically this is the anti-isostatic pressurization unit. This is the new compressor. This is the upgraded compressor from the large compressor. So so yeah, basically this has this heat mechanic. So if it goes above 100%, it will basically slow down a lot, and it will be much slower than even a single block machine. So we basically need to read the heat and disable the machine if the heat goes above a certain threshold. So yeah, basically we just have here a redstone cover, which is enabled on redstone on. And on the back we have two sensor hatches. One of them is normal 80% and the other one is inverted 2%. And this is a RS latch, which is basically a memory cell. So yeah, when this goes below the 2%, basically this will activate the redstone signal, of course, which will change the state of the latch and change the output signal. And if this goes above, of course, this will turn on, which will change the state again, and this will be turned off. And the machine will turn on and will only turn on again after this reaches 2%, after being disabled. So yeah, a little bit of it's not really an annoying mechanic, but yeah, this is faster than the other compressor. The other compressor is actually not very good. This is obviously faster than that, but it's just annoying that we need to stop the crafting for a bit to let this cool off. It's kind of a goofy mechanic, but oh well. I guess the GTNH devs are really enjoying their goofy mechanics in the last update especially. But yeah, and unfortunately it seems the direction that pack is going. So yeah, but that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video and hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.